Foldabots is a series of cardboard robots that kids can create. It was created by Jomike Tejido, an architect and artist based in Manila, Philippines. The first Foldabot was published in May 2006 in the Philippine magazine K-Zone. It has been going on ever since, with a new character pattern every month until August 2016.
He decided to make paper robots because of yung sustainability of that, and yung it's better for the environment because of course it's just paper, and it also nourishes creativity, or it helps grow creativity amongst younger people. And because not only are you building something from a flat piece of paper to 3 dimensions, you're also figuring out how to make your own creations. So that's why this whole fandom came up in the first place, not just for the collecting aspect, but for the creating aspect. And that's the main inspiration: sustainability and environmental awareness. It really culminated to this. So yeah, after 10 years of this project, I'd say that it really sent the message that you don't need to sacrifice the environment to have like toys like this and collectibles like this.
Jomike, go against this large foldable toy book 3 book. So it's a great poster for your room or wherever you want.
Foldabots was inspired by Tejido's childhood hobby of creating toys out of old folders and other cardboards reused from school materials. He enjoyed making his own toys based on his favorite 90s robot cartoons since 2nd grade. In 2004, he unearthed an old notebook that still had his penciled plans for an uncut toy.
Ang gagawin natin ngayon ay ang mga Foldabots.
Foldabot? Yun ba yung mga robot na natutupi?
Tama, dahil nakakabuo tayo ng mga laruang robot mula sa cardboard sa pamamagitan ng pagtupi at paggupit lang ng mga to.
Wow!
Coincidentally, being a TV host at the time for an arts and crafts show for kids called E-School, he used the toy pattern as the inspiration to revive his hobby. Now armed with a computer and desire to make his own folder-made robots for the world to build and collect with him, Foldabots was created.
Speaking on behalf of Jomike, he finds inspiration on his day-to-day. Before, he would yung unang Foldabot was one of the first Foldabots was Bangis, and that was based on a childhood dog that he had. And a lot of the vehicle-based Foldabots, lalo na yung Commutabots, yung bad guys na based on public transportation, that was actually based on his commute home. So like whenever he goes home, he sees like vehicles na pwede niya magamit. Like some notable ones are Sagip, I believe that was from during one of his rides to and from his job as an artist, and another one was Sundo, school bus. So it's just from the day-to-day, and some of that inspiration also comes from what he's watching at the time, nature documentaries, yung mga whatever interests him, and some of this comes from the fans. Most recently, yung mga ideas na ayan. So it's a mixed bag, but mainly it's from his own experiences in day-to-day. Yung that's it.
So first, we look around, and like what was said earlier, everything in your environment, you could make a Foldabot out of that. When we were creating the Foldabot HQ contest, I recently thought of, let's make a Foldabot out of the Rizal Park, probably, and that's where the idea of Monumental came to be. And media also, there was this circulating photo of a blobfish on the internet, so I thought maybe I could make a Foldabot out of that along with the deformed tissue and all of that. And also literature, mythologies, stories, everything in pop culture, you can make a Foldabot out of them. So that's where I obtain my ideas when I'm creating Foldabots. Mainly, they're usually animals because I love watching animal documentaries. And animals, they have these features that are very special, which would contribute a lot when you are creating a unique character.
So in terms of for this part in making Foldabots rather, well, to be honest, it's just two things: lack of inspiration in the environment and burnouts to the point that where I'm doing the bare minimum of 10 times a lot.
A Foldabot is done for me when you can fit all the ideas that you have in 2 pages. Kasi para sa akin, 2 pages is the good one. Siyempre, 4 or 5 or 6 for a masterpiece. Pero for your standard Foldabot, 2 pages. So, halimbawa, you have this design and you want to put everything. You want to make it like you want to have the actual toy itself look like the design that you have. Siyempre, like, but you can only fit it in 2 pages. Once you have everything there executed and you can put it, you already have those 2 pages filled. That's it na, done na. You don't need to add any more. Let's say, oh, ito si Guerra, he's a dome with several hundred guns. You can only put 10 guns in a page. That's it. You can't add more. If you want to add more, then mahirap yan. Imagine mo lang kung ina-assemble yan ng ibang tao. You want it to be accessible to them. You want it to be easier for people. Because it's a toy. I'm just stressing what Sherbert mentioned earlier. Like, you're making a toy. So you have to, make sure that it's assembled and understood by other people then. Yung instructions, syempre, importante din yan. Pero for me lang, a Foldabot is a successful one if you can make it without instructions. Like, if you just look at the pattern and you can understand where it needs to be glued, where it needs to be cut, where you need to put this or that, that's a good design right there. So yeah, once you finish your pattern.
Ayun na. I can say na my project is done kapag nagawa na yung pigs. yung instructions yung bio kasi sa pattern I don't have much problem, pero sa bio talaga dun ko dapat ma-finalize lahat. Dun lang.
It becomes a bonus when a person or a fan is enjoying my creation, because what comes into my mind is, oh, we relate. First, the expression is satisfying. The fact that I managed to release it. And next is when I think it looks good. Finally, when the fans like it, it feels great. It feels refreshing. Even the thought na alam pa nila ang Foldabots up to this time, na hindi naman siya masyado nag-exist in other than in Facebook, in YouTube, na alam pa nila yung Foldabots, nakakatuwa. Kasi ibig sabihin nun may chance pa for us to revive it, dahil you know parang sa Coco, nabubuhay pa sila hangga't may nakakaalala. And like I always say, they were never really dead.
This is why I keep making more Foldabots so that more kids can have something to create, especially if there are new Foldabot fans, and especially if there are those people who despise us that it's our creation out of what was the word again? I forgot. Like I said, whenever I make Foldabots and then I see people making them, it really makes me happy because it just shows that we've actually reached a whole new level where people actually admires our work or despise our work, regardless of who we are. In terms of creativity, Foldabots has played a bigger part of us in terms of fans and artists alike, because without it, we would not have even made our own best and unique creations that we've been known for. And through Foldabots we made a lot of many unique designs and never seen before drops that a lot of people haven't done. So yeah.
For me, the importance of Foldabots for us, yun nga creativity and innovation, yun nga sinabi rin ni Dave na about sa na Foldabots can give us a opportunity to give us let us put a twist on that Foldabot or make our own Foldabot from it. And ayun nga, I can see that, I did it, I made it. So, Foldabots is your, gateway to crafting your own idea and putting it to physical form. Using nga in the terms of patterns or art. So, Foldabots is also your treat to supporting local stuff here Philippines kasi aside from Transformers, you can also appreciate Foldabots. So, the importance of Foldabots to the youth as of today, it's the innovation and creativity nga. Innovation kasi so far, I can see, it has been very generic, minsan talaga. So, Foldabots, can give you a lot of twist, yun nga kasi sa akin personally, I've been interested of, giving something more sa Foldabots and I hope, yung ganun rin yung sa, sa youth. And
You know what's the charm in Foldabots? Hindi lang yung sa creativity and all that. Ang lore niya. Tsaka yung flair niya na pagiging Filipino talaga. Una-una yung pangalan. Yung pangalan puro Tagalog eh. Madalas Tagalog. Minsan hinahaluan ng other languages but mainly Tagalog. So, first cultural, pangalawa yung mindset na pinaplant niya sa isip ng mga bata. Hindi ito, ang plot ng Foldabots, hindi siya umiikot sa simple lang na good versus evil, which is also a good concept. Tinatakel nito yung iba't ibang issues, like for example, environmental issues. Ang kontrabida dito si Lucio, isang pollutant monster. 'Di ba? Tinuturo nito sa bata na hindi maganda ang polusyon. Kaya lumalaban ang wildlife, lumalaban ang iba't ibang ang mga pulis, ang mga bumbero, 'di ba? Tinuturo nila yung importance, nandiyan si patrol, nandiyan si Liab. Turo niya yung importance nitong mga simpleng bagay sa paligid natin by exaggerating them. Yung wildlife, kung gaano ka-importante, nandiyan yung Gubabots, ginawa nila. Tapos, yung hidden agenda na itinatago sa roadwork, very controversial, nandyan sa Toxicons. And even sa mga fan-made na ginagawang Foldabots, nagsimula yan sa mga ginagawa nila, gaya nila Kuya Lester, yung likas bots, yung katulad nung sa Filipino flair na hindi nawala sa mga creations ni Red, yung problems of pollution, ginawa ko rin siya doon sa Quadrilla sa Laula at doon hindi nawala sa concept ni Malvin and ni Marvin pala, and especially si Kuya Malvin, hindi na rin mawawala yan. And si Ibuki, yung dystopian settings na mangyayari if we are to, kung magpapabaya tayo and if negativity will take over and chaos will take over, nandun na eh. So, yung story, yung plot, yung mindset, nariyan siya lahat. Ginagawa in a way na nag-a-appeal siya sa kabataan because these types of media, these types of entertainment, hindi yan simpleng libangan lang. Kasi meron yan yung mindset that helps us to grow. Lalo kung hindi na tayo kabataan. Ngayon kabataan tayo, nagpo-focus tayo sa cartoons, nagpo-focus tayo sa ganyan, nagpo-focus tayo sa Foldabots. Foldabots, tinuruan tayo masama magkalat, masama pumatay ng hayop, masama makipag-away, masama makipaglaban, masama suntukin yung jeep, masama suntukin yung dump truck, ganito lahat. At kung nakasira ka ng syudad, ayusin mo, kailangan ayusin mo. So they're planting values, not just creativity, not just the idea, not just the aesthetic, not just letting out. It's also the main plot and the main theme, which is environmentalism and nationalism, which I love about Foldabots.
Isa sa mga natutunan ko sa Foldabot ay ang pagiging malikhain na kung saan kahit ano ay pwede mong gawan ng isang Foldabot. Ang dami kang mapagkukunan ng inspirasyon sa mga pang-araw-araw na bagay, pero hindi pa rin maiwasan yung pagkakaroon ng art block at burnout sa paggawa ng art. Natutunan ko din ng mga paraan at mga mahihirap na part sa paggawa ng Foldabot, at I think every artist knows the practice, trial and error needed para makagawa ng art piece that you would consider exceptional. At finishing such art and finding other people like it as well, I think makes any artist proud and makes them want to create more.
Marami akong natutunan sa Foldabots. Isa na dito ay pwede kong magawa Nang isang laruang robot na gawa lamang sa cardboard o folder. Nahasa rin ang iyong pagkamalikhain at nakakaaliw ang magawa ng mga ito. Ngunit hindi lamang ito nakakaaliw, ito rin ay nakakatulong sa pag-develop ng mindset ng mga kabataan. Ang mga comic books nito ay tinutulungan ng mga kabataan na kumbinsihin sila sa paggawa ng tama at tamang pagtrato sa kapaligiran at kalikasan. Tutulungan rin tayo nito na palawakin ang ating imahinasyon at ang ating pagiging malikhain.
Silim, fold in. Samo, fold in.
Without a question, I'm part of the community since its beginning. Isa rin ako dun sa nag-start ng reawakening niya. And the basic information na nakuha ko dun is to do something worth doing. To protect something worth protecting. Paggawa ng Foldabots, madali lang siya kung tutuusin. It's just a cube, lalagyan mo lang ng kamay, ilang parts, and it's done. However, the conceptualization, the lore in it, the things that you want to protect with it, iba yung paggawa doon, iba yung level ng integrity, iba yung level ng passion pagdating sa pag-conceptualize. And that's the beauty in it, no? Na parang you're making something because you want to and you need to, not because wala lang. Hindi siya a requirement and you can do anything with it. Right now, we're facing a huge economical and environmental crisis, no? However, I think maganda rin na isipin natin na it's not a bad time to celebrate our youth. Who knows, maybe one day, yung story ng isang rooster na may raging fire to protect the land, may isang duck or mallard na may power with water to protect the seas, at meron din tayo nung vigilant owl na laging handa to cascade the night of any harm. Yung story nila one day will be told sa kabataan, and yung story na yon will be the story of TIKLUPAN 2022, wherein we started something that already began years prior at patuloy naming i-flourish yun.
Kasama mo kaming lalabaan. Bitbit ang pag-asang magiging malaya ang bawat isang abutin ng pangarap ng pag-ibig. Kahit may namumuo, sigalot sa puso, pagitingan ng laban, sila po'y iyong pakawalan. Ihandang palarawat ang kampilan, susupilin natin ang kasamaan at malayang lipat sa kalangitan. Di magpapatalo ang kabutihan, andito ang aking sandigan. Pangako sa dulo, may liwanag na nakaabang. Ilang ulit ng masak sisindak. Kahit na anong bagyo malalampasan mo, walang makakapigil sa ating puso. Ihandang balarawat ang kampilang, susupilin natin ang kasamaan at malayang lilipad sa kalangitan. Di